Hello, unlimited friends. I'm so excited to be here with you again. Today, I have a question about relationships. Let me read out the question. It's basically about, shall I stay or should I go? That's a question I've heard over and over again by so many people, but let's read this one. I find myself in a relationship. It isn't bad. It isn't negative. His intentions are good. He is wonderful with my child. It just isn't everything I want. Yes, 85% of it is great, but the 15% that's remaining seems significant to me. One of the things that's important to me is a show of affection. It has been a year and I know that it isn't something time will change. We don't fight or argue. We are independent and wholly individual, maybe too independent. So the question is, do I focus on the positive and allow Source to bring the rest? Or do I leave and allow Source to bring someone else? I find myself having a hard time ending it, as it isn't bad, just not everything I want. My answer here to this beautiful person is that she is overthinking it. There's no need to make a change right now. If a change is needed, it will happen automatically because Source will guide you. Source will guide you to everything that you want if you just take it easy and don't overthink it. Because when you start using your head, you create obstacles that they're not real, they don't really exist, but you create them by giving them your attention. Whatever is going to happen, the things that you want, the 100% that you're looking for, it's out there, and Source has the capacity to deliver it both inside this relationship as well as outside this relationship. So you could stay or you could leave. Either way, Source will lead you to that which you want. But the thing to understand is, if you leave without changing your vibration, you will accomplish nothing. Because you will still have the same belief systems that are preventing this 15% that's missing from coming. So if there is resistance on your path, your staying will not make a difference. And if you leave now, you'll just take that resistance with you wherever you go. So the next relationship will still reflect to you that you have not done anything to clear out the resistance that you're feeling. So if you stay and you change your vibration, then everything will fall into place. Everything will change. And you may end up still leaving, or you might decide to stay. Because you can find that quality of affection in the person that you're with now, or if you remove the obstacle that's getting in your way, you will find it in another person. Because let me put it this way, if you did not have that obstacle, you would have found Mr. 100% in the first place, right? The reason you didn't find Mr. 100% is because of the way you are thinking and the vibration that you are sending out into the universe. So it's not about the other person, it is totally about you. If you remove the obstacle that you've got in your head, then your existing partner can give you that which you want. So the question is, the decision to leave comes after the vibrational cleanup. Listen again. The decision to leave comes after the vibrational cleanup. So you're actually jumping the gun. You are looking at taking action, and action is secondary to doing the vibrational work. So my advice to you, my dear girl, is clean up your vibration. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means Stop giving your attention to the fact that something is missing. Because if you keep giving your attention to what is missing, it will remain missing. It's like Esther's golden pen. Esther's golden pen was lost. She couldn't find it. She looked everywhere. She emptied out all her handbags. She looked in every drawer, in every corner of the house. The pen was lost. The pen was lost. The pen was lost. And then 2 years later, she was looking for something else in her handbag, and she pulled out that pen. It was a gift from Jerry, and it was very dear to her. So she really loved this pen, but she could not find it for 2 whole years because she was thinking that she has lost the pen. In the same way, you are thinking that something is missing, and as long as you keep thinking that it's missing, you cannot find it. But once you get off the subject, once you start appreciating what you do have already, once you focus on all the wonderful things that you currently have, then those things that you think are missing will appear. There are so many different ways that this can go that we can't even imagine all of them, because we cannot see all the permutations and combinations of how things will pan out. But so what you need to do with the vibrational work is, first of all, stop focusing on what is missing. Secondly, start appreciating what you have, not just in this relationship, but generally in life. Appreciate your child, your work, where you live, the people that you know, your friends, your family. Appreciate those things. Appreciate the food that you eat every day. Appreciation. And then every time the thought comes up, oh, something's missing, I want more from my relationship. Soon as that thought comes up, you have to deal with it, because if you don't, then it keeps vibrating in the background. And if it keeps vibrating in the background, it is acting like a magnet. So we want to cut off its power, because we don't want to attract more of the same. We don't want you to get more of what you're already getting. So when the thought comes up, oh, I wish this was a little bit better, I wish there was something more here, stop and tell yourself, everything that I want is on its way. Because isn't it true that you found this relationship, right? This person is not the father of your child, but he came along and he cares for your child. He's good to your child. That was something major that you wanted. The universe brought you so many things. See, now, if you had not got into a relationship, that would be different. You could have, when you met this person, you could have said, Mr., you're only Mr. 85%. You're not Mr. 100%. That's okay. I loved meeting you. Meeting you showed me my power. Meeting you showed me that the universe has the capacity to deliver most of the things. No, the universe has the capacity to deliver all the things that I want. So Mr. 85%, it is really nice to meet you, but I think I'm going to wait for my 100%. And furthermore, my getting 100% means that there's something inside me that is keeping that 100% from coming. So take a look at what your beliefs are, my dear, about relationships, about men in general. What are your beliefs? What do you think about affection? Do you think that affection is just something, it's a personality trait? The display of affection is a personality trait? Because if that is how you think about it, then you're caught in that box, because you already know that you cannot change anyone's personality. But if you say to yourself, there are times in people's life when they show more affection than other times. And maybe he's not affectionate just now, but I'm sure that quality is inside him. And when the time is right, it will emerge. You will see that it will, because you've got to understand that the universe is resourceful, and anything is possible, because the universe can draw it out from him or from anyone else. So at the end of the day, my advice is clean up your vibration first, which means the 3 things that I told you to do just now. Stop focusing on the absence of what you want. Start appreciating what you already have. And number 3, when the thought comes up that something is missing, gotta deal with that thought. Gotta tell yourself that what you want is absolutely possible. You don't need to know how it will happen, but it is possible and it will come about. So, my dear, I hope that this is useful for you as well as for other people. Thank you so much for your question, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.